What's up, comic and pop culture fans? I've got the morning with the daughter, and we're going out hunting for some comics at the local flea market. I've only got a couple hours, so who knows, maybe a video will come out of this. I got some slabs in case I need to do any trading. We'll see. Aren't you a good girl, Peach? Yeah, you. Yeah, pretty girl. Wow, so there's probably only maybe 7 or 8 vendors out here. There's usually in the spring and fall, there's like 100 if not more. So at least the inside's open, so we'll start there and then we'll go outside, see if we can't get anything. Say hi, Peach. I don't think that's going to be necessary. Alright guys, so this first location I've been to more than a few times. They actually have some cool stuff. It's nice to know they're always updating. Some signed things, but I couldn't get behind the price. A couple things I might be tempted to go back for, but I was kind of in the mood today for quick, good deals. Like for instance here, same vendor, they had some really good older books. The price versus the quality just didn't quite match, but I don't know, if I had a little more money to spare, I would have grabbed these as some nice reading material, but I just couldn't quite justify it. Still, it's nice to see 70s books like this in the wild. Next up, I've seen this guy here before. Now, he's got a bunch of Batman toys. I don't know anything about toys though, guys. I need your help. These, I guess, Hot Toys and Star Trek figurines, are they worth money at all? I took his number down. I said I might be interested. Let me know in the comments down below. The stuff looks pretty cool. I just don't know anything about it. One of the vendors was so cold, we just did a deal from his car. Okay. And there you go, sir. That's right, guys, a bunch of X-Men #1s I got for $1 each. Some of these places charge this book a completely ridiculous price of like 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50 bucks, but you can still go to your flea market and find this for $1 in high grade. All right, guys, it is legitimately freezing out there. It's probably why there were only like 8 vendors, but hey, we got a couple small things. But then on the outside of all places, this dude that I've actually seen him around a couple times. I love when he's there. Oh, he always has good stuff. So I was like, yes, ran back to the car and grabbed a 9.6 white pages of X-Men 100 because I know he's a huge X-Men guy, and we were able to make a trade. Fortunately, he does not like recording, so I wasn't able to actually capture it on video, which of course I have to respect. He wasn't interested in any other slabs I had, so luckily I did have some cash on me, and we came to a really good deal. All in though, it's about 1,500 bucks. Man, all that haggling really took it out of her. Guys, there's the box right there. Was able to get some nice keys, and he threw in some Mylars, which Mylar bags and boards are very hard to find right now. Let's get that unboxed and show you what we got today, right, Peach? Sure. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed. All right, guys, first up we have random pieces of cardboard. Ooh, always good for packing material. A bunch of new Mylars. Look at that. That's like pretty rare right now. Halfbacks, so that's very nice. I'll be able to put some of these big early keys in some Mylar right away. All right, let's go over it. Excuse me. All right, guys. I am going to save that top row for last because there's some big ones. Frankly, I am overjoyed by this collection. We're going to start down at the bottom here. We got some higher-ish grade copies of some nice 60s Green Lantern books. Very clean. Some of these were so sharp they could fetch in the 9s despite them being from the 60s. And yeah, guys, I put my prices a little on the low side. I just want to play it super safe. It is always a good day when you find 12-cent covers this crispy in the wild. But it's all about this next one. Yes, that's right, the first appearance of Guy Gardner. This is the second one in my collection. This one's not quite as nice as the first one, but it's still mid-grade, maybe slightly higher than mid-grade. Let's get a closer look at that. That thing is just beautiful. We've also got the first appearance of Eve Dormus, and other than a couple blunted corners, that one's pretty sharp. A couple other nice higher-ish grade Green Lantern books. First appearance of Charlie Vicker. Here's another one that's like an 8.5 or higher. Guys, all of these were fairly sharp. Some of these were even, I would consider high grade. Some of these, at worst, mid-grade, maybe plus. Some real good ones in here. DC's most underrated book. This is the first appearance of Infinite Earths, Krona, and the first meeting of Alan Scott, the Golden Age Green Lantern, with Hal Jordan. This book has it all. I don't get why people are sleeping on this. This book sets the stage for some of the biggest events in DC ever, and one of my favorite Green Lantern villains. Next up, we got a crisp copy of the first appearance of Goldface. I'll take it. We're almost up to $1,000 value back. Again, we put in about $1,500, close to that 1,000. That's a classic cover there amongst Green Lantern fans. I think this is an awesome looking early Green Lantern book, but there's no key events, so that price is heavily undervalued. Now here's our first appearance of Karshan, aka the Shark. This character has already been cast in the new Aquaman movie. That is helping that book go up. Another crispy, early Green Lantern book. Up next, we got the first appearance of Dr. Polaris, a magnetic villain that appeared before Magneto, I might add. First appearance of Sonar. Here's a weird one, guys. Key Collector puts this at like $400 all the way to like $1,500, and I just think that's actually inaccurate. So I looked up the sales data, and I think that this mid to high grade copy is probably a little bit more like $100, maybe $200. Still, that's a big key to grab. Next up, the first meeting of Barry Allen and Hal Jordan. Very nice, mid-grade copy. Another crispy, sharp, early Green Lantern key here. Again, I'm playing very conservatively with these values here. Can't be conservative about the price on this one, guys. That's easily $1,000 for this first appearance of Sinestro, Holy Grail, found in the wild. One of the best books I've found in the wild to date, and it's pretty sharp if it weren't for a couple spine issues, and the bottom right has some unfortunate dog ears. A press might be able to push that book into some new heights. Next up, we got dual versions of Sinestro's first cover appearance. One is very low grade. I would almost call it brittle, but I do believe it is fully intact. I'll take a deeper dive into that a little bit later on. But it's really more about this kind of 6.0, 6.5 looking version of Green Lantern number 9, the first cover appearance of Sinestro. That's a nice, crispy, sharp, expensive book right there. And the fun and games continue with our final book, the first appearance of Hector Hammond. Underrated key. Many of these are, actually. Guys, for the first time ever, I'm actually using scissors, which usually goes missing whenever I try to make a video. This is from, I think, this was shipped to me from Japan or something. I said that I would include this on my last video when it finally comes in, so I figured I'd sprinkle this in the middle of this video. Let's check it out. Speaking of comic hauls and acquisitions, this is one I've been seeking for in this high of a grade for a long time. That's how you ship a comic book. This thing is airtight. I don't even know how I'm gonna get it out of here. All right, guys, for the Swamp Thing collection from 1973, Swamp Thing number 7, the first meeting of Batman and Swamp Thing in a 9.8 white pages. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys, can you behave? You're on camera. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're interested, I got a lot of other flea market finds. You can find the link over here. Don't forget, at 15,000 subscribers, I'm gonna buy whatever comic you want, up to $500. Keep on hunting, my friends. Bye, Peach.